Hey guys, so just so you know, like I literally just finished a 30-minute rant, but I'm not going to put it up on my channel. I'm not going to put it up on my channel because number one, like the ending was all fucked up. But number two, I didn't want to put it on this channel because my thoughts were all over the place and I really needed to kind of condense them more and kind of have one more solid point that I wanted to get across rather than going all over the spectrum, if you will. So I think this is going to be a part of a series of discussions for me, and this is going to be like a series of, you know, personal opinion discussions because I do a lot of stuff that's focused on K-pop, but I don't think I necessarily always focus on the way that K-pop, K-dramas, K-culture, and the appreciation of those things impact me, or maybe where my interest in K-pop come from in terms of how it relates to my past and what kind of person I am. And so that's the reason why I kind of want to start talking to you guys a little bit more about where I come from, kind of my experiences in life, and things about being a fan of K-culture that sometimes are, you know, they bug me. Maybe things I appreciate, but other things that I don't appreciate as much. And so some of it's going to be very unpopular opinion stuff, totally. And if you guys have any questions for me, things that are unpopular that I can address, I definitely want to do it, so leave the comment down below. But the first thing I want to address, and it's something that I've heard a lot of people talk about, but I don't think I've ever talked about it personally myself, is the assumption that because I like K-pop, that I somehow or another want to minimize my own blackness. And this is a conversation that a lot of different people have had, but it's just not a conversation I've had with you guys here. A lot of people assume that because I'm so into K-dramas, K-pop, that I like Korean food, that the more I'm into that, the more I just want to pack up my bags, move to Korea, and meet a Korean guy and just live my life there and abandon my blackness. Well, the first logical flaw in all that is the fact that I can't peel off my skin and hair. So no matter where I go in this world, no matter what I do, I'm going to be a black woman. Well, you know, I could become a black male, but I'm just saying, like, I'm going to be black. There's no incarnation of my current self that's not going to be black. So the idea that I want to give up my blackness is, I literally can't. I literally can't. It's my DNA. But then the other thing is that maybe I would want to abandon my blackness because maybe I would consider being in Korea, life with a Korean, life as a Korean person's spouse to be better than life as a black person in America. But this is the thing. Let's just say that Choi Min-ho flew to Texas. He found me, he wrapped me in his arms, and after a torrid love affair, we woke up in the morning in complete bliss, and he told me, I want to marry you and make you my wife. Us having a life in Korea would present any number of challenges to us. First challenge, we would be in an interracial relationship, and there are a lot of people in Korea who would not understand our relationship because it is very different from the norm. Korea has a very homogenous society, so we would look very different being together the way we would be. Secondly, if we had children, we would have to raise our children in the same climate. Biracial children in Korea, while the ones that have white parents mixed with Korean parents, they tend to do okay. There's a lot of bias against black parents and their half-black children. And I'm not necessarily prepared to expose a child of mine to that kind of bigotry. Now, not saying that they would ever escape that in America because bigotry exists everywhere, but for them to be in a culture where I don't necessarily understand the language that well, even if I did start learning language, I'd never be 100% fluent, but they would be in a culture where I don't understand the language that well. They'd be in a culture where I don't understand a lot of the, you know, manners and history and kind of cultural norms, and then they could go to school and be picked on because that would be considered a cultural norm. It would hurt my heart to introduce my child into a place where they wouldn't have a built-in community where they could find support against the bullying. Also, I'm not a big fan of the fact that the Korean educational system requires children to be in school for so long. Korean kids are in school from sun up practically to past sundown. that's not what I want for my children. I want them to have free time to pursue sports and to pursue music and to pursue art and just other things. And I don't think that that would be conducive to that, because Korea seems to be a society that's really focused on memorization and test taking and, you know, academic achievement above any other pursuits. And that's not what I would want for my kids. And then let's say that me and Minho, after some time together and me believing that we're truly in love, he decides that, no, I'm sorry, but Key has always been my one and only love. I am leaving you. Well, if we go to court together, because this is a more patriarchal society, I am an outsider, chances are I could lose custody of my child, or I wouldn't be able to get the kind of support I need in order to be able to survive from my husband when we're put into the Korean judicial system. Now, this is just an assumption, because I've never been a defendant in a Korean court. But I'm just saying, like, the things that you think that I would believe I could escape by going to Korea, that stuff is just as likely to happen there as it is to happen here. So there's just no way to abandon my blackness or my societal treatment by going to Korea. Not only that, but I think it's an overall judgment about the value of being black. I think that people feel like, okay, as a minority, it's better to be an Asian minority than to be an African minority, because a lot more of the international black fans get this criticism than international white fans. When a white person loves Korean culture, people don't say, oh, you must want to be Korean. They might call you a Korea boo, and they might say, oh, well, you just want to go there and live and everything else. But you don't get the same kind of, I don't know, the same kind of assumption of wanting to assimilate that African American and African cultured fans get. And I'm talking about fans from the UK, fans from the Caribbean, fans from Africa. We all get this we want to be instead of we just are. We are black peoples, African peoples who like Korean culture. And there's a lot of people like that. There's people who love Japanese culture and they don't ever want to be Japanese or live in Japan because they're afraid of earthquakes and tsunamis, but they love Japanese culture. There's people who love Chinese culture. There's people who love Italian culture. And before I was super into K-pop, I thought that I wanted to live on a wine farm in Italy. Like, I really thought that was going to be my life. So, you know, you can appreciate something without necessarily wanting to change yourself in pursuit of that appreciation. And I really hate that people address international black fans in that manner. Like, that really hurts my heart. Sure, I think Korean guys are super cute, but am I only going to date Asian guys in order to pursue this ideal of a Korean boyfriend? No, because I am in my 30s and, you know, not to brag or nothing, but I've known enough men to know that men on television and men in real life are few and far the twain shall meet. Like, they are not the same thing. So it would be silly of me to think, oh, because I've seen these K-idols on TV, that's what all Asian men are going to be like. No. Men are men. So I don't at all limit myself to like, oh, I'm only going to pursue this kind of guy because I know that they're going to be like this and they're going to be like that. No. You have to get to know anybody before you decide whether you want to date them or you want to love them or you even want to like them. You know, and also I'm an equal opportunity dater. I've dated guys from the Middle East. I've dated a ton of black guys over the years. I've dated white guys. Like, whoever I like is who I like. But I don't feel like my partner is going to change my life situation. Like, they can improve it with their love and with their support. But in terms of them being of a certain culture, that elevating me in some kind of way, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not at all. So, for all of these reasons, I really, really hate it when people accuse international African-based fans of being desirous of becoming Koreans. Like, that's not me, and it's not the fans that I know. Like, it's not Angel 2014, you know? But there are a lot of people who past that. And like I said, I think it's because this already pre-existing racist opinion that being a black minority is not as valuable as being an Asian minority. Therefore, why wouldn't we want to transition into that group? And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. So, yeah, like I said, I did almost a 30-minute rant about this. You guys aren't getting that. You're actually getting the shortened, more condensed version. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know of any kind of assumptions that people have placed on you about being a K-pop fan. Let me know some other topics that are maybe a bit more sensitive that you want me to cover in some of these videos, because this is Shawwell 360 Chats. That's the name of this channel. This is a chance for me to talk with you guys and for you to talk with me. I really want to do videos that focus on our relationship as friends, because this is the channel where my friends are. I have like almost 2,000 subscribers on my other channel. This one, I don't even have 500. Not saying that I should. I'm just saying, like, it is a much smaller percentage of the people that are on my main channel, and they came here because they really wanted to either get to know me or they wanted to have a more kind of one-on-one relationship with me outside of me just unboxing K-pop. And for that reason, that's why I really want to hear from you guys, and I really want to start making videos that more cater to kind of the things that you want to discuss that maybe not everybody is discussing, because I think it's important. We all need outlets, and I'm willing to let this be that outlet. So let me know what you guys think. Give me your opinions, your comments. I really want to hear from you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.